Hey everyone, Bob Francisco here again. This time I would like to do a job description writing for the job planning manager, IPPC. What is IPPC? It's inventory planning and production control. Okay. So here in the job title, I wrote planning manager, IPPC, inventory planning and production control. But you don't have to write the IPPC, inventory planning and production control. Just write planning manager. That would be enough. I just want to emphasize that this position is for inventory planning and production control. This is a very common in supply chain. This is very common name, IPPC. So when you encounter this acronym, it means inventory planning and production control. Okay, I have brought the job number, job code, and the location would be NCR. And the division would be for supply chain management, SCM. Okay, and the line manager's designation is supply chain manager. So this position, planning manager, uh, usually reports to a kind of senior planning manager, just like this one, corporate planning manager. But since this is you're talking about the supply chain management, which is based on one, two, or three SBUs. So it's just appropriate that this job should report to the supply chain manager. Okay. So the the functional manager's designation would be corporate planning manager. It could be a senior planning manager or corporate planning manager. It's all the same. Okay. Same rank. And the immediate subordinates are MRP controller, material requirements planning. This is very universal terminology, and this is always related to a a position which do planning for the material requirements, which is under the inventory control. Okay, this position is doing planning on requirements on the manufacturing requirements, all materials and ingredients requirements, and uh, this position should be able to, maintain the inventory as far as materials is concerned in the warehouses or the inbound logistics. And then another subordinate is inventory planning supervisor and production planning supervisor. So if you are talking about large organization, inventory planning and production planning are separated. So the inventory planning supervisor is mostly dedicated to inventory planning, just like the MRP, material requirements planning. Okay, and the production planning is the one doing the day-to-day planning for the production. He's always basing his production planning from the sales forecast. Whatever the sales forecast adjustment is, the sales division is doing, he is the one taking care of that and making sure that there are SBUs in the outbound warehouse available for distribution. It could be distribution to the depot or the distribution direct to the customers. Okay, the route van or sales van are doing pickups from the outbound warehouse direct to the customers. Those customers are like supermarkets, okay, hotel and restaurants, public markets or wet markets. Okay, so these positions are separate. There is a delineation of the responsibility. Then under them are like inventory planner, maybe multiple heads for the inventory planner and multiple heads for the production planner. Then there is a continuous improvement manager. Okay, the position would be doing all the continuous improvement. This is in terms of the development of SOP, improvement of the SOP, standard operating procedures, and innovation, okay, audit function, and other responsibility. Okay, so okay, date of effect and revision number, this is 00, since this is first time that we're writing the planning manager disposition. And just like what I did a couple of days ago, I just wrote the core purpose of job and the AOR, area of responsibility, and the success indicator. Just the three part of the job description. Why? Because this is the most exciting uh, part of the job descriptions, that exciting to write. Okay, so very critical in the job description, and this is also one of the most important basis when it comes to job evaluation, the Hay method of job evaluation, which falls under the technical know-how and management breadth criteria of the job evaluation. Okay, but anyway, I'm also going to discuss to you the other area of the job, other part of the job description later, after I finish writing the three areas of the job description. Okay, for your understanding. Okay, so I know most of you are struggling in the writing of job description in terms of this area, like the core purpose of job, area of responsibility, and the success indicators. Okay, so let me start the writing. Let me start with the core purpose of job. Okay, I would say this job is overseeing the inventory planning and production control function. Okay, this is under one umbrella, under one department, but you segregate the responsibilities between inventory and the finished goods or the finished products. Okay, so the position will oversee. So I'll start again with two. Always when it comes to core purpose of job, you always start with the word to. Okay, so I just said that this job is going to oversee the function, the inventory function, the inventory planning rather. Okay, and production control. Okay, so that's why they call it IPPC. Okay, usually this function is usually called that when it comes to FMCG, a type of company. All right, and of course production control. Okay, let me put a space here. All right, and then uh, okay, of course this is a function. So function. Okay, across the various manufacturing plants. Okay, whenever I write job description, especially the managerial positions, I always regard the responsibilities for larger organization, not just a small one, which is the areas of responsibility is smaller, of course, no. But when you're talking about a large organization, a a diverse business, then I'm regarding the job description as the responsibility would be for bigger organization, bigger companies. Okay, so that's why I say manufacturing plants. Okay, I would say manufacturing plants, manufacturing plants. There could be more than one plants, right? Strategically positioned. Okay, could be one in NCR, could be one in the region one, region two, or the other one could be in Cebu or in Iloilo. What region is Iloilo and Cebu? I think region 8, region I maybe region 8 or region 9. And one in, let's say, for example, Davao or Jensen. Okay, so like big companies like San Miguel Corporation, Pure Foods, and other large organizations. So they have multiple plants, right? Strategically placed across the country. Okay, that's what they do. That's why I say plants here, manufacturing plants. By okay, see the second part. I always say it. The first part will start with to oversee the better planning, and the second part would be by. Okay, okay, that always be the case, right? By ensuring agreed what service level. Okay, so whenever you talk about sales, talk about logistics, distribution and logistics, or supply chain. Okay, so when you're talking about supply chain management, it starts from the source of the raw materials. Let's say from the farm or from the supplier of the raw materials. Okay, from the farms, you're talking about grain materials, or you're talking about live like poultry. If you are having a poultry business, so the supply chain would always start from the farm. Or if you are talking about dairy manufacturing business, okay, it comes from the farm, the raw milk. No, you are having milking cows in the farm. You get all the milking cows. You collect it by having trucks, tankers, trailers, tankers. You collect it from the farms, and they have milk silo in the farm. You collect all this. They have pump system in the farm. So that's the supply chain from the farm or from the supplier of the materials, or from all the grain materials, macro materials or micro materials. All of these are coming from the suppliers, uh, from your accredited suppliers. So that's the start, okay, the starting line of the supply chain management, all the way to the consumers, okay, the one who buy the finished goods or the finished products, not up to supermarket. Okay, they are customers, but they are not the consumers. The consumer is the one who eat your food products, or the one who drinks your beverage products. Those, so SCM is supply chain management from farm all the way to consumers. So that's how you manage the supply chain. It could be dry chain, dry products. It could be cold chain. So if it is cold chain, you must have integrity in your products. Cold integrity. Okay, you don't have a what you call weakest link along the chain. So very important that you know, when I talk about ACM, supply chain management, I am talking about from farm to consumers. Okay, I hope you understand that. Okay, so service level and, okay, customer satisfaction achievement. Okay, you need to satisfy your customer. Remember my past job description, I have discussed about the customer level agreement, SLA for customer. I was also talking about the VOC, voice of customers. Okay, okay, we should regard the customer as the king. Customer is king. Why? the the um, the business will not survive, okay, will not prosper unless you have the customer, because the customer or the consumers are the one consuming your products, okay. They are the reason why we are having uh, business in existence, because of those customers, right? So you have to take care of customers, you make them satisfied, right? Satisfaction, okay. So if you are doing a job description for sales, let's say sales manager, sales supervisor, always you always talk about customer satisfaction, okay. That is the main goal, objective of the sales people, to make their customers happy, okay, and satisfied, right? Even more satisfied, okay. You must exceed their expectation of your products and of your service, your customer service, customer relationship management, right? So achievement, I already mentioned this achievement, okay. Actually, I have decided to make two purpose, okay. This one is this one actually is the main purpose, right? I need to put a second purpose. What is the second purpose? The second purpose is long-term plan. Okay, this is the short-term plan. Okay, and I need to do is long-term plan, strategic planning. Right? What is strategic planning? Strategic planning is about long-term planning. Okay, develop. If you are a large organization and you have a wide area of customer, right? All direction, all areas. Let's say, for example, across the Philippines, or even you have customers you have your market also includes ASEAN countries, Southeast Asia countries, or even the Asia Pacific country, right? So you need to plan for future. You have to have vision. So your vision is 5 years, right? So I would say to develop for small organization, no problem. They don't do that. They don't think long term. But for the large organization, maybe equivalent to San Miguel Corporation, they think about the future, at least the nearest future, which is 5 years. So to develop the companies, okay, 5 year plan. 5 year plan. Okay. I'm not saying plan. To develop the company's 5 year, I would say capacity. Okay. When you're talking about 5 year, you're talking about the capacity of your plant. Are you able to supply or to provide or to produce the forecast that the sales divisions are planning for 5 years? Will your plant be able to support the demand of the sales? So that would be the question. So you have to look at the capacity. What capacities? Capacity in terms of your production lines, okay? Capacity to produce, how many metric tons or how many thousand liters of beverages you can produce in one day, in 1 week, or in 1 month, in 1 year. That is the manufacturing side. What about the transport? Okay, you are going to distribute. This is under the distribution and logistics, or DNL. So your transport trucks, trailers, reefer vans, do you have enough capacity in terms of your transport? Or maybe tankers if you are collecting raw materials from the farm. Okay, you're collecting it from the milk silo from the farm. Will you able support, okay, the logistics. This is the logistical support. All right. So you have to think about your capacity when you're talking about long-term plan. All right. And you're talking about what? Investment plan. Okay. So as soon as you finish your study, as soon as you finish your plan, then you ask the management, do you have the money for this? Capital investment. Okay, I already made the study in terms of the capacity, plant capacity, transportation capacity. And the next question you would ask is you would ask the management whether they have the money, the capital, investment, right? Plan. So you have to talk about investment plan. Are you going to get it from your own pocket, from your own vault, or are you gonna get it from the bank? You know, make some loan, right? So that it doesn't matter how you source your investment. What's important is you plan it and you know what to do, right? But the responsibility of the planning manager is to make sure that you have all the plan in place, right? So based uh, on inputs, you need inputs. Number one input is coming from the sales division. Okay, the demand, customer demand. This is coming from the sales input from sales. I would like to capitalize this sales. It means that's the division or department, whatever you call it, sales forecast. Okay, they plan the forecast and they supply it to the planning department, IPPC. Then um, they're planning and then they make some adjustment along the way. After 3 months, after 6 months, maybe there will be adjustments. Okay, the sales department or sales division will say, okay, I will make changes on the forecast. Okay, whether they will cut the forecast or they will put additional volume forecast. So, but you know, they should do it. The adjustment should be done. Uh, okay, maybe in the next couple of months, 3 months. Okay, before the actual, you know, actual implementation of the project of the, or rather the 5-year plan. Okay, because they have to build the plant, or they're going to seek some business partner to build the plant. If the company will decide to build their own plants, or they're gonna ask for business partner to invest on building the plant, and the company will just pay for the toll processing, something like that. It's a common happening here in the Philippines. They're doing that. No, they're looking for business partners who are willing to invest, right? They put equities and they put bank loans, like 60% bank loans or 40% equities, right? So forecast. Okay. Okay. Of course, from manufacturing and other inputs, because you're going to find out what is the existing capacity of the manufacturing plant. Okay. Manufact. This is wrong. During. Okay, that would be okay. Okay, manufacturing existing, right? Is this existing plant capacity, of course, right? Plant capacity in terms of how many tons per hour, okay, of the plant can produce in 1 hour. How many tons the machinery can produce in 1 hour? So tons tons per hour, uh, 20 tons, 100 tons, 1,000 tons per hour. It depends on the numbers of the production line, how many production line are in place, existing. Okay. And then what is the efficiency of the plant? Because if you talk about 100%, so 100%, like say for example, one line is 100 tons per hour. So if you're talking about 90% efficiency, then it can only produce 90 tons per hour. Okay, that's how you calculate the the final output of the production. You have to you have to include the efficiency of the line. Okay, existing plant capacity. I think it's period. Okay, what else? Plant capacity. No, no. I will put a comma because I'm going to include the marketing also. Marketing is the one, planning the market. Where are we going to place the products? Which market? What segment of the market we're going to put? What is our status today? By the way, uh, have we captured all the markets? Are we now number one in the market in terms of food and beverages? Okay, so you need to have a marketing plan, correct? I will just say on other sources. Okay, other sources. Why I say other sources? Because there are other inclusion in the from time to time, but it's not big volume like production development. No, uh, in overseas we call it production development, but here they call it NRD, R&D rather, uh, R&D, research and development, research and development, right? But in other countries they call it product development. Okay, so from time to time the product development are also doing new, studying new products and putting some trials, production trials. Okay, so that would also eat up some of your capacity in the plant. So that's why I put it in other sources. In other sources to enable capital investment, to enable capital investment decisions. The senior management will decide, will make decision how they're going to go about it. All right, to be considered by the, this will now involve, if you're talking about the additional plans, big plans, you're talking about 100, 200 million, 300 million investment on plants. I remember before when I made a feasibility study on feed mill plant. I remember that was 15 years ago. I remember the feasibility study to put up a 20 metric tons per hour capacity of plant. The investment would go, I think that was 75 million pesos. So when you're talking about bigger capacity, maybe more than 70, that was 15 years ago. So maybe this time, maybe around 100 or even more, 150 or maybe doubled, because that was 15 years ago. The feasibility study that I have done for one company here in the Philippines. So think about the investment plan that you're going to do. Okay, for growth, say for growth. I don't know if I've done a good English here, grammar. I don't know if the grammar is correct, but anyway, important is you understand what I'm trying to say here. No? Expansion. Maybe we can just check later, but what's important is the I'm trying to give you the message how to training and how to do the how to write the job description of a planning manager. Okay, so let me read it again. To oversee the inventory planning and production control function across the various manufacturing plants by ensuring agreed service level and customer satisfaction achievement. Okay, was talking about voice of customers. This is which is under the Six Sigma. Okay, to develop the company's 5-year capacity and investment plan based on inputs from sales forecast, manufacturing existing plant capacity, marketing plan, and other sources. I'm talking about the, as I said earlier, product development, doing some trial run on some production lines. Other sources to enable capital investment decisions to be considered for growth and expansion. I think that would be okay. So I'm talking about short-term planning. I'm talking about long-term or strategic planning. Okay. Because if we just do 1 year plan, you don't know what's gonna happen next. Okay. How many customers do we have next year or the following year? So we have to have a vision. We have to look, you know, future. We have to see the future, 5 years in the future. Okay. So let's start now uh, let's start writing on our uh, AOR. This is pretty straightforward. We know already the responsibility of planning. Of course, it's planning. It's all about planning. So it's just a matter of inventory, production, then service level agreement, SLA. So let's start with inventory. 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 Then we'll just merge inventory and because they're all the planning manager's responsibility. So production, planning. But the plan manager already organized the the positions of the planner, separating the inventory and production planning. Okay, so management. Management of the inventory and production. Planning to ensure um, finished products. Other other logistics terminology. Sometimes they call it finished goods, right? Finished goods, but I would rather I prefer to use the word products, finished products, rather than finished goods, especially for food products, right? But other non-food products, you can call finished goods. That would also be okay. Okay, target volume of sales. There's no N. Okay. Management of the inventory and production planning to ensure finished products target volume of sales is achieved is achieved, and manufacturing plants. Manufacturing plants are effectively utilized, right? See, utilization factor, okay, of the plant will always depend from the demand forecast. Okay, so the planning department plays a critical role in the manufacturing because they are the drivers. Okay, they drive the manufacturing. The manufacturing is just waiting for the forecast, for the volume, and so that, the what are the materials, especially raw materials, to be procured ahead of time. There are materials who are procured. The inventory should have inventory, warehouse should have at least for one material, for example, 30 days to last, or maybe 60 days to last, especially if you are procuring these materials from overseas, right? You need lead time, okay? Because you need to include in the equation the shipping period, right? Maybe it takes 1 month to get these products arrive in the Philippines. Maybe it takes 1 month or maybe a couple of months. So you need to, you know, to include that in the equation. You have to equate that also in your uh, days to last. Okay. Or you can call it for short DTL, days to last, right? Are effectively, what would I say next? Utilized, right? So manufacturing are effectively utilized. So the problem when you are having a manufacturing plant, underutilized manufacturing plant, there are lots of fixed asset or fixed cost. No, the cost will go up. Okay, let's say for example, the electricity or the okay, if it is underutilized, electricity will be higher, or maybe the cost of goods sold, COGS, will go up, or maybe depreciation cost will go up also because of the underutilization of the plant. So must be, utilization factor should be higher. If possible, close to 100% utilization, right? Because you have to maximizing the plant, no? The machine. Okay. Maximizing the machine, maybe equipment, maybe sundry equipment. There are so many equipment that you have to utilize. Okay. To its potential, right? Its potential. Its potential capacity. We'll just add A here. A. Not really good in typing. Okay. Always my clerk is doing it for me. And I don't have clerk now. And efficiency or secretary. Right? Wrong spelling again. Okay. That's it for what I'm gonna do is put a I'm going to make it bold and put underline on it so that it can be so it's distinguishable. Okay, I'll just put Control B and Control U, underline and bold. Okay, so we're gonna go for the next, or we're gonna write the success indicators. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do the success indicators right away so that okay, because I'm still thinking about the next AOR that I'm going to write. So let's say effective row spelling again. So effective and efficient. See, this goes and hand in hand. The effectiveness and efficiency. When you're talking about machine or you're talking about people, workers, you always have this key performance indicator. Okay, management of production. Make it simple. Make it short. Don't make it too long. What happened here? Maybe this one. Okay, we got it. So production management of production resources. Okay, for okay optimal utilization. So the idea here is for the planning managers to make sure that you have an optimized capacity. Okay, you rather maximize the capacity. Okay, of the maximum power. That's the most important thing because it will have a direct impact on the COGS, uh, cost of goods sold. So for 1 liter of juice or milk, how much would be your COGS, cost of goods, or CTP, cost to produce CTP? Okay, it's very important that we know that. So you have to think about the cost also at the same time. So next would be the service level achievement of service level. Okay. So with planning department, you have internal customers. Customers like the sales, and another customers would be the logistics. So make sure that uh, before, you know, initially you will agree on the SLA with sales. Okay, sales will say, okay, we should have 100% SLA. What does it mean when you say 100% SLA? Meaning, if they ask for 100 metric tons of products and we need it tomorrow, you'll be able to supply. So the key performance there, SLA, would be OTIF, on time delivery and in full, meaning you are able to deliver the next day as requested by the sales and in full. They were asking for 100 metric tons, so you were able to deliver 100 metric tons. Okay, that would be the service level agreement. You have SLA with sales, you have SLA with marketing for their marketing promotions of products. You have SLA with you have also SLA with logistics, and also between you and manufacturing. There's so many SLAs that you have to take care of, right? So I would say ensure that service. Okay, that service level agreement. Level agreement. I could also put a inside the parenthesis, no, SLA. Okay, with internal customers. internal customers. So internal customers would be marketing, product development, mm, logistics, outbound logistics, and yeah, sales division, marketing. Okay, those are your internal customers. Okay, I think we more or less win already. Okay, I would say IE. That is manufacturing. Okay, manufacturing. Manufacturing. Who else? Maybe sales. They are all your customers. Sales and marketing for promotional products, right? Including the product development. Okay. Okay. Are effectively what? Achieve. We have to put a timetable, a time frame, timely, and efficient generation, and efficient. I would say generation. I hope I'm doing it right. Okay, in terms of my grammar and everything. Generation of planning, output. So there will be lots of coordination, cooperation, or maybe you're working as a team, right? So there will be lots of meetings, right? Lots of meetings. You'll discuss some issues, you discuss some workflow, discuss about the changes in terms of the forecast, things like that. And target production. Target production volume. And target production volume. That would be okay. For what? For manufacturing. Manufacturing and be flexible. Make some adjustment. Not always, right the first time. Sometimes you have to make adjustment for any adjustments, right? The problem is when you already have you're talking about the 5-year plan, we already have the plan, and the sales division will cut, let's say, half or quarter of the forecast, and you already have the plans, you already have all the reefer van, we already bought all those. So that would be the problem. That's why you have to make sure that you make a good planning, okay? Or you make a good planning on the side of the sales or the demand forecast, okay? From sales, right? I would capitalize this one, which means they are the division. Sales thus maintain, that is not Y, that's supposed to be T. Thus maintain. Okay. Maintain the customer. Customer driven. When you're talking about sales, always should be customer driven concept. concept of service. I would say purpose, service purpose. Okay. Okay. Volume for manufacturing and flexible for any adjustment from sales, thus maintaining should be right, correct? That should be maintaining progressive tense, thus maintaining the customer driven. I'd rather put a quotation mark here. Customer driven. Customer driven concept of service purpose. Why is this not accepted? They want small, okay? Marketing. Okay. That's it. So we have to put the next, put the space again here. Okay. Okay. Achievement. Achievement of PCLA. I I was supposed to write the whole word, but I just put a uh, we already discussed it earlier, so I think you know already. So achievement of PCLA with manufacturing. Manufacturing, sales also. And and I already you know included the marketing right before, so I have to include marketing and others. Okay, and others, or maybe I will mention the product development. I will not say others. Or here we call it R&D, but most of the plant, I mean the most of the food company, they're calling it product development, right? Product development. So the managers who are handling product development, they are called product development manager. Okay. So they're actually from R&D. We also include team, product development team, right? Okay, next. I think I can write maybe 6 or 8 or 9. 9 AOR for this. So I forgot to put. I want to make it clear. This is it's like the title, no? So control B, control U, underline and bold. Okay. Next one would be what would be our next? Okay, since we already have the 5-year plan here, the long-term plan, I'm also including it as one of the AOR. So I would say 5-year plan. I think that would be okay, 5-year plan or 5-year plan formulation, because there are also other division or department doing this, like the sales. Not, you're not only the one doing it. So just formulate the plan. Support the manufacturing. Actually, this is not the planning initiative, the planning department initiative. You're just supporting in terms of your planning, okay, doing the planning. But this is initiative of the manufacturing and the sales division, okay? And also transport is doing their support, be supporting in terms of logistics. I can put in parentheses maybe DNL, distribution and logistics, okay, transport DNL, in their bid for the 5 years. Okay, forecast achievement of what? Of capacity, right? So when you talk about manufacturing and transport, that would be capacity of production lines and capacity of transport vehicle, the articulated vehicle, the truck and trailers, the reefer van, usually capacity of 25 tons. One reefer can support 25 tons. And the reefer for long haul trip will, they usually use the reefer like 55 footer, from 40 to 55 footers. Actually, the standard is 40 footers. Okay, that's shipping standards. The sea shipping. No, you talk about multimodal transport, which is the sea. The standard is 10, 20, and 40 footer. 10 is like domestic, but now I think they don't use 10 anymore. They use 20 footer, even the domestic. So 20 and 40. But the international shipping, they always use 40 footer. Okay. But the land transportation, distribution logistics, when you order reefer van from other countries like the UK, US, they produce a 55 footer, not 40. It's longer. When you put the shipping container on ships, they put it 40, the length is 40 footer standard. But on reefer van, you can put it longer, 55 footer. Okay. Because, when you do uh, configuration of the loading bay, loading in the ship, if you have a standard 40 footer, it would be, you already solved the problem in terms of the space, the volume. Okay. So capacity requirement, right? I've been a distribution and logistics manager also in the past. I've been a DNL manager for 10 years in a local company here in the Philippines. I'm not gonna mention the company, but it's one of the biggest company also in the Philippines. So I was a distribution and logistics manager. That's why familiar with the supply chain also. Okay, and other factors, right? By the formulation of what? Of the 5-year plan, right? I think writing 5-year, if you use the number, I think you have to make it hyphenated. I think so. I'm not sure if this is correct one. So if you use, uh, the number 5 before the year, then year, then you make it hyphenated. I'm not sure about it though. So I just got used to writing that way, right? Maybe that's correct. And what? And putting in place system that will, let me think. Uh, what should I write? I think this, okay, okay. That will make, there should be system, right? When you make any adjustment, very important. No such thing as permanent, right? When you're planning, you have to make adjustments along the way. A small adjustments, okay. So that's why the guys helping you out, your planners should be good, well trained. Uh, they have all the competencies of a planner, thereby eliminate. Okay, so make sure you guys are trained. Okay, in all aspects of the planning responsibility, so that there will be minimal mistakes, right? We don't want big mistakes. So from achieving the goals. Okay. 5-year plan formulation support the manufacturing and transport DNL in their bid for the 5 years forecast achievement of capacity requirement and other factors by the formulation of the 5-year plan and putting in place system that will make any adjustment thereby. I think this is progressive also, by eliminating, okay, drawbacks, you know, from achieving the goals. Okay. Okay, let's go for the success indicators. Okay, the success indicators for the 5-year plan. Okay. I always like to use this word, no? Either efficient or effective or excellent, whatever. Okay, and also putting also, time frame. So you should do it timely, because time is gold, as they say. You know, do not make any procrastination, or do not delay. Do not make any uh, do not procrastinate to indecisions, because you are closing the windows of opportunity on you. Okay, opportunity only comes once. Once you make it pass, then that opportunity may never come back again. Okay, so that's why you need to grab the opportunity right away. Of, again, five, hyphenated, 5-year plan, and make adjustments. Okay, make adjustment necessary. Not all the time that you have to make adjustment. Only when it is necessary to make adjustment. Okay, and this is the result of the constant, continuous or regular meetings with other involved, or with all the stakeholders. Okay, all concerned managers. Okay, so that's why you have to confer every time. You have to confer. So that is what you call proactive approach, right? From time to time. Okay. Oh, that's not time. We need E for your time. Okay. Efficient and timely formulation of 5-year plan and make adjustments necessary from time to time. Okay. Make it simple. Make it short. Right. So let's go for the next one. Uh, okay. So we have to have systems and procedures in place to for you to be able to make this happen. All these responsibilities happen. If you don't have, in the absence of systems or procedure, okay, you will be in chaotic situation or precarious situation. You have you have to have a clear cut systems and procedure. Okay, so in terms of what formulation of systems and procedures, especially if your organization is ISO certified, okay, or maybe even BSI certified, British Standard Institute. Okay, I think I forgot to put the B and U. What's B and U? Uh, B and U is bold and underlining it. Okay, okay. We can also do it right now here. Okay, B and U. Ah, what happened? What happened? Lost. I lost it. Share it again. I lost it. Okay, almost lost it. Okay. All right. We have done already many things. Okay. If I lose it, then we have wasted so much time. Okay. So let me do the underlining, and maybe I click a key unintentionally. So I don't know what it is. I'm not really good no using Word document. Nah. Okay. But now I am forced to use it because I'm doing this for you, for your training. So management systems. Management systems. Okay. And SOPs, no? I make it short. Standard operating procedure. And make it plural also. Some some managers I've noticed when they put SOP and they put S, a small S, to make it plural, they put apostrophe here. I don't know if that's correct or not. Like that. Maybe I don't know. Me, I'm not used to putting apostrophe S. Okay. I'm not sure which one is correct. No. What's important for me is the thought that I have given to the document. PP. What's PP? Production planning. Okay. You can also write the production planning here. Just put inside the parentheses. Okay. Then APO. Are you familiar with APO? That is what you call advanced planning optimization. Okay. Okay. That's common for supply chain terminology. Okay. If you are familiar with this, that's advanced planning optimization. I'm not going to teach you about that right now. This is another subject, no? Another topic. So what we're going to do now is just write uh, the job description. That would be our objectives for this training. Okay. Then I would say master. This is master production scheduling is very important. Okay. Because this is where they do scheduling of the plant, right? Um, sometimes they do flash. They call it flash volume. What is flash volume? Daily volume. Okay, make adjustment on the daily volume. Okay, so important that you have the master production schedule or scheduling, and others are implemented. Okay, to ensure. Also, this word, I'm not sure if the ensure is starts with I or starts with D. Sometimes the British English and the American English, there are words that like when you're talking about tire, the wheels, the tire, Tire. The British spells it as Tyre. Okay? When you talk about center, Centre. That's the British one. The American one is Center. Center. So, sometimes if you work to a British company and then you work to an American company, you always get confused with words, right? Because I have worked for American company. I have also worked for a British company in my past employment to ensure the planning processes. What else? Processes and activities. And activities are guided in order that outputs, I make it plural, are in line with. Is it okay to capitalize the company? I think so. Let me try capitalizing it. Okay. It's an entity, right? Business goals and what? I think more or less you know already. Objectives. Okay? That would be the system. Very important. Computer programs. And they use lots of computer programs like QPulse. You know what QPulse is? QPulse is where you put all the SOP, all documentation for the quality management system, the documentation. So they use QPulse. It's an expensive program, computer program. You have to buy it, then install it on your system. So everybody use it nowadays. I don't know, especially the large organization. Correct. So I've been working for large organization. My employment, the last the last one was 30,000 employees. Okay, across the Middle East, 30,000 employees. Uh, dairy, dairy manufacturing, juice, bakery, poultry. You know. So okay, so I got used to working with those kind of company organization. So up to date. I'm also not sure about this. Is this hyphenated or not? But I got used to writing it hyphenated. They just comment, make your comment in the comment section. See whether I'm correct or wrong in this one or other words that I use. Okay, just make a comment so that I will also learn at the same time from you guys. So you up-to-date formulation and sustenance. Okay. Nobody's perfect anyway, right? Of systems. Even the Americans would always tell me that. And procedures. That nobody is perfect. Sometimes from now on, you know, sometimes you make mistakes. Okay. Okay. We cannot write that yet because we don't have the AOR yet. So uh, we have to start with number 5 AOR. What else you want to have for this position? Okay, I would say the budgeting, man planning, that would be part of its responsibility. Budgeting, manpower, man planning, continuous improvement would be, and and okay, I can write maybe 7 or 8. Okay, so maybe I would write the training. I would say learning and development. Okay, okay. Let me check again. The B and U, which means control and underline, control U, control B. Okay, so that I don't forget. So what's including in the learning and development? Or okay, maybe I will add more. Oh, it is understood, but I just want to specify. It's understood when you say learning and development, you're talking about your people or staff. But I want to specify. Okay. So organize. Organize what? A dynamic team. Okay. I think you don't need to say dynamic. Organize a team, but I want to include this to make it more colorful. That will enhance and sustain. Uh, Organize a dynamic team that will enhance and sustain the planning process, of course, no? The planning process and deliver excellent results. Then formulate. I think this is wrong. Nothing to do with. Sorry for that. I think I made a mistake. This is not correct one. Okay. Um, I would say identify. Identify. Okay. Identify weaknesses. Okay. Have we done the number? Okay, number 5. Okay. I've weaknesses. Hmm. I would say an areas for improvement. Okay. Okay. Areas for improvement. Then plan. Then plan and implement. Okay. Plan it. Uh, the TNA training needs assessment is belongs to the planning. Okay. Training needs assessment, training needs analysis. Then an implementation, no? Implement programs. More appropriate to use programs rather than courses. Uh, Meaning, when you say programs, training programs, right? To resolve, okay, resolve what? Issues, thereby, okay, thereby what? Uh, Maintain the, I will use the two KPI, effectiveness and efficiency, right? Of the staff. Okay. So I think that would be good now, right? So, so that would be good now. So, what's next? Okay, we'll write the, what do you think? Should be aligned, make lots of spaces. I think it's okay doing it like this. Okay, again, effectiveness and efficiency of planning staffs, right? I think this is no S. Okay, planning staffs, staff, planning staff. Okay, it's not good to hear planning staffs. And further competencies. What is competency? Knowledge, skills, and attitude and behavior necessary, okay, for their jobs, for their jobs, okay, are sustained. Past tense. Okay, that would be okay. Effectiveness and efficiency of planning staff and for their competencies necessary for their jobs are sustained. Okay, if not sustained, then they're not successful in doing the learning and development. So let's go for number 6. If I can still do it. Do you have number 6? I don't know. Because I mentioned here, where did I mention it? I mentioned here, yeah, remember I put continuous improvement manager. Why? The reason why I put continuous improvement manager, because we have a continuous improvement responsibility. Okay, continuous improvement of in terms of QMS, in terms of QA, uh, or in terms of using the TQM analytical tools, total quality management, right? So part of this is continuous improvement, especially if you are doing lean management, Six Sigma, DMake, you know, so continuous. Are you familiar with DMake? Define, measure, improve, D make analyze, improve, and control. What about 5S? Are you familiar with 5S? Those also uh, some of the QMS. 5S is like sort it out, sit it in, shine, standardize, and sustain. 5S. I forgot the 5S in Japanese term. Only the English term I remember. It's like Kaizen, no? Kaizen is also Japanese. So continuous improvement is also okay. Okay. I will do the bolding and the underlining also here. Okay. Bold and underline. So what's inside the continuous improvement? CI. This is initiated the by QMS, quality management system, right? There are two quality in a company. One is QMS or QS, quality system, and the other is quality assurance, or you can say quality assured, quality controlled, right? Implement, okay, the concept. I learned all this from the American companies, and British companies. I worked for American several times eh, abroad in Saudi Arabia, American companies and also British companies. I learned all these things from them. Okay, of continuous improvement, right? Okay, with the in view of eliminating what is there to eliminate, eliminating unwanted incidents and inefficiencies. Inefficiencies. I don't know if that's the right spelling. I think so. Yeah. Of what? Of the plant. Part of the lean management, right? And processes. It's good if you try to practice the lean management if you are working in manufacturing plant. You try to save the wastage, you know save and waste in manufacturing, part of lean management. Very good. You will learn a lot from that systems. You learn to save raw materials, save the energies. What are the energies? Electricity, water, materials, ingredients, labor waste, time wastage also. Thus, effective application, effective application of lean management. See, sometimes they call it lean manufacturing. Okay, but I'd rather use the management or lean manufacturing. Okay, OEE, overall equipment efficiencies, effectiveness, overall equipment effectiveness. P D, no, not Z. PDCA. Okay, plan, do, you know What's C? I forgot the C. Act. Check, rather. See, I'm old already. Sometimes I forget. So plan, do, check, act. PDCA. Then six sigma. If you are working in manufacturing companies, big manufacturing companies, I would suggest that you take this up. It's very good system in quality management and others. Let's just say others. So many others is achieved. Okay. So let me read it to you again. Continuous improvement implement the concept of continuous improvement with the end view of eliminating unwanted incidents and inefficiencies of the plant and processes. Thus, effective application of lead management, OE, PDCA, Six Sigma, 5S, and others is achieved. I think it's okay, right? So if that's okay, then let's go to the success indicator. So the success indicator would be, make it simple, make it short, okay? Make it precise. Okay. Sustainable, make it sustainable, right? Always room for improvement, so make it sustainable. You say I'm already perfect and I don't want any improvement, that's wrong. There are always room for improvement, okay? Especially in manufacturing and effective. That's wrong. Effective. Okay. Use of systems and TQM. TQM what? Tools. So many TQM tools. Okay. So I suggest that you attend some training on this quality systems so that you understand everything. Okay. So I think that would be enough. How many we got? We got six already. This is not accepted. I think this is something to do with space. Okay. Okay, I can write one more. Make it eight, but we're already consumed too much time already. Okay, I'll write another one. This is also important because especially you're doing 5S, right? You need coordination with other function because you're writing 5S. You need to coordinate with transport, coordinate with manufacturing, coordinate with marketing, coordinate with sales and product development. Okay, demand forecast team. Okay, so important that you coordinate. You always have meetings with these guys almost almost entire week. The planning managers is attending training, rather meetings. Okay, with other functions. Okay, all right, make it okay. Control B, control U. Okay, so could say interface with stakeholders. Okay, who's the stakeholders? Manufacturing, sales, marketing, product development, and other people. Okay, I think I would change this. I think I have I think interaction with stakeholders. Interface is like It's like used for electronics or electrical system. So stakeholders, IE. What's IE? That is manufacturing. As I've mentioned earlier, manufacturing. Who else? Sales. This what you're doing is consistent, regular meetings to discuss issues, to discuss requirements, any changes, change management. Okay, you need to meet for all the issues that you want to discuss on the table, so there will be no misunderstanding, misinterpretation, or whatever. And product development team. Okay, don't forget the product development team because they're always running the plant for promotional product. Marketing is the one doing for the promotional product. But for product development team is for new products. Okay, uh, they are developing products. Okay, development team for daily production, daily production volume, right? Talking about volume for production and various SKU. I think you know already SKU, right? Stock keeping unit. I'll write it here so that everybody understands. There are also other guys who still don't understand this, so I'm gonna write it here. Stock keeping. That's wrong. Okay. Unit. There are different SKU, right? Uh, like for example, juices, no? Mango juice, banana juice, strawberry juice, guava juice, watermelon juice, whatever. So different sizes like 1 liter, 500 ml, 600 ml, 800 ml. Okay. So different products, different sizes. So that's what you call SKU. Okay. Requirements. Okay. That's it. I think I promise you 8 to 9, but I think this is enough. More than enough for his compensation. It's more than enough. But we need to write the last, uh, what was that? Coordination with other functions. Make it simple. So what would you say in this part? Okay. So must be consistent. Consistency is achieved, right? Is achieved in close uh, coordination with those functions, right? With those function, marketing, you know, okay, yeah, marketing, manufacturing. So with other functions, make it short. We don't want to mention them again. We're wasting our time. So we already understand who they are. So critical with planning function, right? Across the company or across the HBU or across the organization. I will write company. Okay. I think we've got it. With your support, we got it. Okay, that would be enough. Okay, let's review our core purpose of job to oversee the inventory planning and production control function across the various manufacturing plants by ensuring agreed service level and customer satisfaction achievement. To develop the company's 5-year capacity and investment plan based on inputs from sales, forecast, manufacturing existing plant capacity, marketing plan, and other sources to enable capital investment decisions to be considered for growth and expansion. Okay, I'm not going to read the success indicators. We're just doing it with the area of responsibility. So inventory and production planning, management of the inventory and production planning to ensure finished products or finished goods, if you want to, target volume of sales is achieved, and manufacturing plants are effectively rather utilized, maximizing the machine and sundry equipment to its potential capacity and efficiency. Okay, I think that's okay. We have no changes. Okay, the second AOR, service level agreement or SLA, ensure that service level agreement with internal customers, that is manufacturing, sales, marketing, are effectively achieved by timely and efficient generation of planning output and target production volume for manufacturing, flexible for any adjustment. Unflexible, I think that's okay. And flexible, oh, okay. And flexible for any adjustments from sale, thus maintaining the customer-driven concept of service purpose. Okay, we have included here because this is number 2 of our core purpose of job. 5-year plan formulation, support the manufacturing and transport in their bid for the 5 years forecast achievement of capacity requirement and other factors by the formulation of the 5-year plan. Why sales is not here? Because sales is just giving you the forecast, the volume, how many million metric tons they want for next year, how many million liters they want for the juices next year, or the next 5 years rather. So they are providing the forecast, but the one who is planning is the planning department for the capacity of manufacturing and transport. Okay, I think we're clear on that. And other factors by the formulation of the 5-year plan and putting in place system that will make any adjustments, thereby eliminating drawbacks from achieving the goals. Number 4, formulation of systems and procedure. Very important, this one. You don't neglect this uh, this AOR. Management system SOPs such as PP, APO, master planning, production schedule, and others are implemented to ensure the planning processes and activities are guided in order that outputs are in line with the company's business goals and objectives. This is the learning and development. That's okay. I don't have to read that. We already understand that. Very important is also continuous improvement. Implement the concept continuous improvement with the end view of eliminating unwanted incidents and inefficiencies of the plant and processes, thus effective application of lean management, OEE, PDCA, Six Sigma, 5S, and others is achieved. Especially this 5S, you have to make sure that everybody attends the training. Even the entry level positions like manual handlers, warehouse operatives, guys in the basic machine operator, all those positions they have to attend the 5S. Very important because this is like housekeeping principles. 5S for workplace, for better workplace management. I would call that 5S for better workplace management. Okay. And then the last one would be coordination with other functions, interact with stakeholders, that is manufacturing, sales, marketing, and product development team for daily production volume and various SKU requirements. The activities, I have written this previously, earlier today. So I don't think I have to explain it to you. This is pretty generic activities. You know already the activities. What's important for me is the AOR because that's where the job evaluation gets the the information for technical know-how aspect and the management breadth of the job evaluation, especially when you're talking about the Hay method of job evaluation. That is the US system of job evaluation. This is where you get in terms of accountability, the job dimension. No? I have also written earlier. I just put, you know, this is not correct. This is not actual. This is bogus uh, figures. I just put it for the sake of training. So generation, for example, a production plan for 3 million liters per day and 1,100 tons per week of food and beverage SKU. Production planning of 3 million liters per day, dairy products 4 million liters per week, juice 5 million liters per week, 150 million tons per year of bakery products. In case you also have a bakery product, most of the food company, they have this food company and they have this beverage and they also have bakery products. And some companies also, they also have poultry business. So most of the large organization, they always have all these kind of products: bakery, poultry, you know, dessert, products that belongs to the food also, and multi, and also the juices, different kind of juices, and on dairy products, milk. Sometimes they also have cheese, you know. So I just assume that these are all included in this organization. So for the sake of training of how to write a job description for planning manager and other managerial positions that I have written before and also in the future, because I'm planning to write the transport manager, warehouse manager, even project manager, things like that, and other managerial position also critical to the organization positions. Subordinates of 20, I just assume 25 for the planning. That would be enough because you have a separate uh, inventory planning and production planning. Okay, the MRP controller. Then, in terms of job context, circumstances characterizing the job, working hours, location, stress, physical conditions, resources available. I have also written this here, but that's not important for you. You can write it anytime you want, like that. No. What's important is the this one also, the qualification, bachelor's degree in any business or engineering discipline from recognized university. He could be an engineer or he could be business administrator, doesn't matter. And you could have desirable qualification, master in business administration or master science in engineering. See. It could be either of the two, business or engineering. Professional status, pool membership, supply chain management, important because you get all this the information from this association. You will learn more from this. It will increase your awareness or your knowledge in terms of the supply chain management. Then, see, I have written 10 years for the uh, HR manager position and the manufacturing manager position. But for the planning, I think 5 years would be enough uh, experience as long as it is in managerial role. So in MRP, SCM, FMCG, inventory and production planning in managerial role. Okay. As long as it is in managerial role, no problem with 5 years. Exposure to FMCG, live perishable products, cold chain environment, like you have cold storage, you have reefer van, refrigerated van, food and beverage in multicultural setup. And this is also equally important, the competencies, SAP, material management, production planning, advanced planning optimization, MRP, material requirements planning modules. Excellent communication skills, good communicator up to a senior management level or group executive. Good understanding of the interdependencies of production, logistics, and supply chain. I have a high level of computer skills, PC and mainframe based. ability to think outside the box and resolve difficult business issues, strong reasoning and persuasion skills, excellent people management, interpersonal skills, QPOL software knowledge. That's what I was talking about earlier when I was saying about the QPOLs. That's a software for the documentation like SOP, and also even the job descriptions are being placed in that software. Sales and operation planning knowledge and presentation skills. So those are the competencies which I have written earlier for you. You don't have to. There are more. Almost forgot. Must be highly numerate, data rational, with strong analytical and planning skills. Must have a high degree of problem-solving ability. Experience working in a multi-task environment. A good understanding of work-class planning management technique and systems. Okay, this is a really good. We have created here a job description for the planning manager. And this planning, you don't have to specify it here. Just say planning manager, but I have specified here. I've stated here for your understanding that this planning manager is about FMCG, and it's about inventory and production control, IPPC. Okay. I hope you like this exercise of writing this job description of a planning manager, IPPC. We wrote about the core purpose of job, the AOR, and the success indicators. I hope you like it, as I do myself, and I'm enjoying writing this job description. And I hope you would do your own practice on your own time, uh, and doing the practice of writing some job description for managerial positions. So if you do like it, please don't forget to subscribe and share. Share to everyone. I don't mind you sharing it to everyone. And until next time, thank you.